Guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to the channel, and well, welcome to an anniversary. It's fucking crazy, people. 1 year, one whole year the channel has been running. Unbelievable, absolutely amazing. In a totally different position than I thought that we would be in a year, to be fair. First off, I can't believe how fast this year has gone, but this year hasn't been normal for many reasons. I mean, a lot of us haven't been able to work for 6 months of it. So, yeah, but we made it through. Where'd you even start? Absolutely crazy. So, for the people that may have joined or have recently subscribed to the channel, this wasn't my main thing that I used to do. I haven't just been on YouTube for a year. I've been doing YouTube videos for about 5 years in total, to be fair. Obviously people know that, well, some of you know that I have a business, a vape business, and I used to review the e-cigarettes, the different devices, that kind of stuff, and that channel became very successful, to be fair. It reached 14,500 and something subscribers in just over 4 years. It's a slow burn, that one. Constant late nights, things like that. A bit like this channel, to be fair. I put a lot of effort into everything that I try and do, and throw myself into things like full force. So yeah, the old channel, it just became really stale. There was a lot of drama and backbiting and two-faced people and stuff going between, and this and that and this and that, and it just wasn't an environment that I wanted to be in anymore. The industry became very stale and is still very stale to this day. There's not much new stuff coming out, and there's many reasons for that. I won't bore you too much with it because this is a totally different kind of channel. But with the Americans going full out, all out ban on vaping and vape devices in America, that slowed the industry down. And of course, the coronavirus hasn't helped either. That's had a massive effect on Chinese manufacturing and production and things like that. Designers can't work from the office, and the whole rollout of new products is a little bit slow. But that was mainly this year that's happened. It started to creep in, or the same kind of device started to creep in and just be repeated and rehashed, and other companies put the name on the same thing, slightly changed it up a little bit, but wasn't enough to really call it a true change. So with everything that went on, I sat down and spoke to Em and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I wasn't in a good place mentally with it. I'd been through some dark shit with that channel, and I didn't want to walk away from YouTube, but I knew I had to walk away from that particular style of video and that particular community because it just wasn't doing me any good. And since starting this, yeah, that decision was right. There's a lot of people that I no longer speak to anymore. There's a lot of people I thought were friends who quite simply aren't. But that doesn't really matter because this channel has just completely blown everything that I could have possibly imagined out of the water in, to be fair, less than 12 months. It did it in about 8. So, like I was saying before, my old channel, which is gone now, had 14,500 subscribers, and it got that in its 4th year. It hit the 14,000 mark in its 4th year. This channel has done 18,458 at this time of this recording in 12 months. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, I do know quite a bit about how YouTube works and stuff, and with working with it in the past and things, you've got to get into your algorithms and all that kind of stuff, and there's breaks for certain milestones, and your first 1,000 subscribers is always your hardest to get. To be fair, your first 100 subscribers is pretty damn hard to get, but the first 1,000, the minute you hit the 1,000 mark, it gets a little bit easier. Because people come on and say, oh, you've got 1,000 subs, and they're more likely to watch a little bit more. YouTube starts to push your content a little bit more, and then you get to 5 and then 10, and I believe 15 or 20 is kind of the last little thing with YouTube. But it's been a slog, it really has, but I've enjoyed each and every single minute of it. This kind of content, it's not like a drain on me to record. Whereas with the old channel, of course, being around that kind of thing all day long with work and then having to come home. And the thing with the reviews is they're not just to sit down and record. Like the particular device that I was using at that time, I would have to use that as my all-day device for about a week, depending on what it was, how advanced it was. Then you'd have to clean it all out to record it down below view to show people what was actually in the box and show people how to use it and stuff. And when you've been doing that in work all day and you come home and you're doing that again, and there was just no escape. There was no escape from being surrounded by that vape kind of industry. So with this, it's so refreshing because obviously I love my music anyway. You know, I play, and when I'm in work and stuff, I can research. I can kind of work on the channel at work, but not to the same extent as when I was doing the whole vape kind of stuff. And the community we've built and the people in the comments and you guys who watch these videos are just a totally different kind of person. There's no, you know, in little drama, backbiting, infighting kind of thing. I mean, it probably goes on, and to be fair, I couldn't give a fuck anymore because of what happened with the old channel. I mean, you may see that the videos get a dislike instantly the minute they're uploaded. Sometimes you'll come onto the video, it'll have 4 or 5 views, but it'll have 1 dislike before any likes. That's one of the children from the old channel. They don't seem to realise that by being subscribed to the channel, leaving a dislike and coming onto the video, they're not only leaving a view, they're interacting with the content and they're making the channel bigger. So with what they're trying to do, it does the complete opposite. So it's kind of hilarious, to be fair. And this used to really bother me. I used to be like, oh, someone's fucking disliked the video. Oh, what have I done wrong? Oh, what have I said? Now I couldn't give 2 fucks. And I think my brutal honesty is what has made this channel grow and be so successful, because I just don't care. Not that I don't care about the music, I don't care about saying something's bad when it is, or saying something's good when it is. With this channel, and a lot of you have already said it, I'm not going to sit here ever and say that something's good when it isn't, and give someone false advertising and false hope of something that's good when it isn't. I mean, there are channels like that out there, and unfortunately, in my opinion, that's just wrong. You should never do that. You should always be honest. If you're not honest with your reactions, then they're not reactions. They are promotions, I suppose. Paid for promotions. Reactions can be promotions, and they are promotions. You're promoting the band, you're promoting the music. But when money's involved for the wrong reasons, so when you pay a person to give that song, no matter how bad, how good, whatever it is, the best glowing reaction / review, whatever you want to call it, in the world, that's not true. Like, my videos are all one take. I hit record, and what comes out, as you have seen, especially with the award thing, it just comes out. It goes on the internet. It goes in the video. It's original. It's raw content. There's no editing involved in terms of me, what you see. I don't edit that. I don't clip anything or jump cut anything or do anything like that. I hit record, and the full recording goes into the editing software. The only editing I do, of course, is the song title at the beginning, stick the patrons up here somewhere, the social media links, stuff like that, of course, the intro, which that's a given, but everything else is raw, and that's the way it's always going to stay. Now, yes, if you look on the Patreon, there are unsigned band packages, there are Q-Jump packages, and there's a big extreme difference between making money from a channel for the right reasons, making money out of a channel just for the sake of making money out of a channel. So with my old vape review channel, again, and this is where I've got the experience to be able to go through this kind of thing, if people want, like, because I get emails every single day, if people want me to do a video and they want it out, say the email on a Wednesday, they want it out by a Friday, well, then there's a queue. Bands are waiting in line. Bands have been waiting, some of them for quite a while, unfortunately, for their video to go out. Now, if you want your video out on a certain day and you want me to sit down, record it and upload it to the channel, then that's a Q-Jump service. I'm not saying there's nowhere ever, and people, if they do want the Q-Jump, then they will have to sign something to say, and it says on that form that you are paying simply to have your video / reaction review, whatever you want to call it, watched / heard first. You are not paying for either a positive, negative, or a neutral reaction or review. And they have to agree to that. And that's the way I like to do things. I used to do that with the old vape channel because I used to do Q-Jumps. People would want me to review one of their devices on a certain day, or release the video on a certain day. And I had a backlog of like 7 or 8 or 9 different devices. So they would pay for the Q-Jump. And depending on when they wanted it, how fast they wanted it, then the price would always vary. I'm an open book with this kind of thing. I won't hide any of it. This goes on. This is not a hidden thing. This goes on. But again, if they paid for the Q-Jump, or the fast track as I like to call it, then that's exactly what it is. All you're basically paying for, one, is time, because these videos do unfortunately take time to make. You're paying for exactly what you're after. It to be out on a certain day by a certain time to coincide with either a release or something like to do with a social media push or whatever. That's it. I've said from day one to people who've asked and to companies, management, labels who've asked, if you want a fast track, that does not ever buy my opinion. Just won't happen. I couldn't live with myself for doing it. It just doesn't work. Plus, with me, you'd be able to tell I'm a shit actor. So if I was paid to say something's good and it was bad, I'd be like, oh yeah, oh I like that. No, you'd see through it, and that is a lot of what you see on the internet now. And that isn't just in the vape review scene. That isn't just in the music reaction scene. That's in various different communities, because these companies that class these kind of channels and other kinds of channels as influencers, because of course they use our influence and our subscriber numbers to push their whatever it is, product, whatever it is, service, all the rest of it, then yeah, it's easy to see. I'm not telling you something that you won't have already seen. It's quite obvious to see when someone's being paid to say something's good, because it's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing they've ever laid eyes on. It's so easy to see. So, getting back to the channel, I started the channel and I said to Emily, and she remembers me saying this to her, that if it gets to 1,000 subscribers in the first 12 months, I'd be happy. I'd be quite happy with that, because it shows the people that are enjoying the content, and 1,000 subscribers is a big, massive milestone for a new channel, small channel, especially in 2020. And again, from me doing these kind of videos, I've discovered that there's a lot more of these channels out there than what I initially thought. So it's still a little bit crowded. There's a lot of different people to watch that offer different things and stuff. So to hit 18,000 notes there, 458 in 12 months is literally fucking insane. It just doesn't happen to each person that starts a channel. It really doesn't. Now, yes, I've put the work in. Yes, when we entered the lockdown did actually help the channel, because I was uploading 3 or 4 videos every single day, taking requests, and the requests were getting done because I was working so fast through them all that people were getting the request heard, so forth. And obviously you go back to work and it slows down a little bit with the request, being able to get the videos out physically, because another one of my things is that I'll never record unless I'm 100%. If I feel like 70% and there's a 30% chance that this video could just be not as good as normal, I won't do it, because it's not fair to the people who watch the channel. They're going to come into your channel with an expectation and a familiarity, if you like, of what your content is normally like. And if you're sitting there going, yeah, it's not bad that, they're going to see it straight away. So you've got to, with a YouTube channel, there's a lot that goes into it. And a lot of people won't tell you this, but you've got to think, of course, of the people who watch it. You've got to think of your other videos. And people might say, you okay today? Something not right? Oh, I wonder what was up with him today. I've got to be 100%, because it's not just I'm making content just for me to watch on my own at a later date. There's now 18 and nearly 1,500 of you people out there now that will be waiting to watch that video. So yeah, it's just been an insane year for many reasons, obviously with the coronavirus and lockdowns here and lockdowns there, but music really has carried on. It may not have carried on in the live kind of environment, but the bands have continued to release. They've released more than normal, and I think these kind of channels, and I would like to think that my channel has helped some bands with exposure. If I can get a band an extra listener, it's an extra listener that they never had before. If I can get someone to download their album or buy an album or buy a ticket when you're allowed to fucking go to live shows again, then it's an extra person at your gig. It could make the entire difference to a band, seeing an extra person. So you got to take all this into consideration. But for the people that have subscribed and for the people who've watched, I literally can't thank you enough, because it's just blown every single one of my expectations out of the water. I didn't in a million years expect to be making the 1 year video with best part of 18,500 subscribers, 2.1 million total views. It's absolutely insane. You guys have let me discover so much new music together this year with your suggestions and your recommendations, and bands I would never in a million years have listened to in the past. I'd have gone, or I wouldn't have even searched for them. I would never have even give it the time of day. And it's because of you people saying, check these out, or have you heard of this band, or have you heard of this song, or whatever. and it just turns into a rabbit hole. I mean, Ginger, for me, I discovered them through you guys. Like, one of my favourite bands now ever is down to you guys. I would never have ever discovered them without you. So it's unbelievable. We've got some pretty high profile videos on the channel now as well. Of course, the Ginger ones, the Bandmade ones. Honourable mention to Elite Bartar. You know, the fucking Elipas are insane. So it's just crazy. This year has been absolutely insane. I was planning to do a live stream, but I am back in work and I don't want to be live streaming late on at night when you might miss out. So I'll upload it as a video and every one of you can enjoy it and watch it. But what is else left to say other than thank you so much? It's just crazy. It really is. I can't imagine standing in front of 18,500 people. So uploading videos and just talking to obviously the camera, but it of course I always look at the camera and talk to everyone that's watching out there. It's insane to think that many people have actually clicked on the subscribe button and that 2.1 million people have watched the videos. That just doesn't compute with me. It really doesn't. It was the same with the old channel. And hopefully when we go back to like the festivals and being able to go to live music, if for any reason I am lucky enough to have someone come over, because it did happen a lot with the vape channel, people asking for pictures and all sorts, it's crazy. It's something that I never ever got used to. Then it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to have a beer with people. Like, this is me. I am not any different in person apart from, well, I'm probably worse in person because you've got to be careful what you say on YouTube and stuff. But when I'm not around cameras and things and there's not the internet and we're at, like, just talking, then, yeah, my mind's a dangerous place and shit will come out and you'll be like, wow. So, but this is me. This is the person I am. Like, there's not just, nothing's put on for the channel. You can ask Emily, if Emily's with me when we go to like live shows and festivals and stuff like that. She has to live with this 24/7. Like, she puts up with a lot because I talk shit. Some of the stuff that comes out, she's even said, like, our relationship is more interesting because she literally doesn't know what I'm going to say every single day. So, but yeah, I don't want to drag it on too much, people. I just wanted to say a massive, massive thank you. There's hopefully some bigger things to come in 2021. I mean, who'd have thought I'd be sitting with fucking headphones that were sent in, you know, for the channel and stuff. It's like working with a company as big as these guys. So that blew my mind. And that was only at like 9,000 in. And it's doubled since then. So, but yeah. Feel free to jump into the Discord server. That's what it's there for. We've got a little bit of a community going on over there now. To all the patrons, I know that obviously you'd be at the beginning of the video, but massive thanks goes out to the people who support me on Patreon, everyone who follows on Instagram, all the rest of it. And I am being a bit of a dickhead on TikTok now, so if you fancy some of that, I'm over there now. Link in the description. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. Just a massive thank you for this year. It's crazy to think that a year in, this channel is probably one of the biggest reaction channels in the UK. It's insane. It really is. It's insane. So, yeah. A person once told me, and you'll all know who he is. You'll have all used to probably have watched him. A fellow Scouser once said, just go for it. See what happens. You'll be surprised. And he wasn't wrong. So, yeah. We'll end it there, people. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching all year round. Hope you have a fantastic new year. There'll be more videos, of course, coming. But thank you so much to each and every person that has pressed like, dislike, subscribe, shared the videos, commented on the videos. It's unbelievable. So, yeah. I will see you all on the next video. Don't know how many times I've said this now. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye for now.